Welcome to Iron Paulsboro. This week's program comes to you from Jack Mazza's Crossrun Auto here in Paulsboro. Jack and his group of people here offer a variety of services. You can buy a previously owned car, you can rent a car, you can get your car fixed. We're going to visit with Jack, and he's going to tell us about it. Walter Quint's going to join us and give us an update on the library project, which is at the Paul House. It's taken an interesting turn. History has reared its head. Not a bad thing, but going to have to make some adjustments. Marc Kamp's going to join us because 4th of July is right around the corner, and our annual 4th of July parade is scheduled to step off at 10 o'clock on the 4th of July. Marc's going to have details with that. And Reverend Frazier joins us to talk about a new program to help people who need just a little bit of help and getting access to state and county programs that are designed to aid you in time of need, and sometimes they're obscure and can't find them. Irma is in France, so we do not have community notes. There's been no international headlines. There's been no international incident I'm aware of. We exchanged some texts. She seems to be having a wonderful time, and I think the French people have had a real treat, I'm sure. There'll be some interesting stories and pictures when she returns, and we're going to share what we're allowed to share because this is a family program. But stay with us. We're coming right back from Jack Mazza's Crossrun Auto.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Welcome back to Iron Paulsboro. As I mentioned at the top of the show, we're here at Jack Mazza's Crossrun Auto here on Broad Street. With me now is Walter Quint. Of course, all of you know him, those who have watched the show. He served this municipality and the school system so well, superintendent of schools, and he's been a go-to person for very special projects. As you recall, he quarterbacked the work that was done identifying where Fort Billings Park was along the river, and what a challenge that was. And then he was called upon to quarterback the library project, which was the stabilization and renovation of the historic Paul House, now in the ownership of the borough, into an expanded library. Of course, when you get onto these sites and work with these older buildings, a lot of surprises occur. So Walter joins us now because the project takes another twist because history has really stepped in the way. Walter, where is the project? It's not without complications.
Complications would be the word of the day. The good news is that the Paul House has now been stabilized, and within the next week, the final work will be done on that stabilization. We'll be capping the front door, capping a chimney, and removing the rest of the stucco. So it's beginning to look like a very nice property. The complication comes in three forms: archaeological, floodplain, and permitting, waterfront development permitting. We had to do, because of the proximity to the Mantua Creek, a Phase 1 archaeological investigation. And there's good news and bad news. The good news is they found something. The bad news is it basically makes the lot unbuildable. We have uncovered one of the richest Native American encampment sites that I'm told in New Jersey. Hundreds and hundreds of artifacts were found in a fairly superficial dig, only about 46 small holes. The bad news is all of the artifacts are across the back of the property and where we plan to build the library addition, basically making the lot unbuildable. In addition, floodplain requirements would require us to raise the elevation of the land, which contradicts preserving the artifacts in place. We wouldn't be able to raise the elevation without bringing in heavy equipment, and that would destroy the artifacts. So at this point, we're beginning to look at other options. Our goals are to have a historic society and an expanded library, and we think we can still accomplish that with the help of our grant sources if we move the library addition possibly back to the Gill Library and use the existing Paul House as a historic society.
Walter, when you talk about artifacts, what are they telling you is there?
Well, we've seen them. There's a tremendous number of pottery shards and pieces, some pretty significant in that The archaeologist estimates that this one pot, if reconstructed, will be about 18 inches in diameter, which would be characteristic of a burial pot. That's a fairly substantial find. He found a pestle that was used to crush grain, lots of stone, fractured stone, which was characteristic of fires and fireplaces, as well as lots of pieces of stone that indicate that the Indians were making tools in that location. So it's a pretty rich site, in addition to some what they would refer to as historic artifacts dating from the 1700s. Fewer of those, but there are some historic artifacts.
You know, we were little, we used to play it on the creek and in those areas, and we would find arrowheads, and we just put them in our pocket and take it home. Now we have an entire library project impacted by these discoveries, but I guess they're the rules of the game at the moment.
It's a significant site, and we need to preserve it, so we look for other options to accomplish our goals. Fortunately, the library board has a substantial amount of money to contribute to this project. The site of the Gill Memorial Library is outside of the floodplain. Anybody that's been in Paulsboro a number of years knows that there was a house behind the Gill Library, so that land has been totally disturbed. Unlikely that any artifacts would even be found there, and no waterfront development permits. So we still can accomplish the goal of the new library, use the Paul House on the existing footprint as the oldest house in town, as the Historic Society.
Very good. Walter doing all this as a volunteer, aiding the library board, headed up by Rita Cully, and a very cooperative governing body. Mayor Hamilton and members of the council signed on this project a number of years ago when this was undertaken. So the goal always is, as Walter said, expand the library and have a home for the Historical Society. It looks like there's a chance that we're going to throw it on the other side of the street. So historic archaeological finds. Now, when Walter went to look for the fort, that was a whole other story. So here we found something.
When we were trying to find the fort, we discovered it wasn't there. When we were hoping not to find anything in a lot, we find a significant site. So it's historic Paulsboro, and I think that's something we shouldn't overlook. We've got prehistoric artifacts, we've got our industrial heritage, and we've got the founding of this great nation, all within the borough limits.
And we're here every day and don't even realize some of these things are around us. We'll be very interested to see, as Walter quarterbacks, how this next phase of this project unfolds, and we're going to come right back after this.
I pledge to be there for you when disaster strikes, to guide you through your claim,
to offer personalized coverage from a choice of insurance companies,
to explain your policy and treat you with respect.
That's the Trusted Choice Pledge. We put it in writing.
Home, auto, business, life.
We are Trusted Choice, independent insurance agents in your hometown.
Spartan Planning, your local Trusted Choice agency. Call 423-4561.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Alan C. McBride, Beth McBride Foley, and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice, think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like TrueTest paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice, think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
Welcome back. Our program continues. With me now is a friend, Dr. A.B. Frazier. He's the pastor of the Second Baptist Church in Paulsboro, and he took over stewardship of that congregation about the same time I got seated as mayor, so I always said we sort of started together. Of course, he had been in ministry long before that. But it was under his guidance, and that congregation moved into the new facility, developed the community center, and has done a number of outreach programs that touch a lot of people, not just the members of the congregation. It's a bigger project. And he joins us today to talk about a new program that he and others have put together that we think collectively is going to be of help. So first of all, Dr. Frazier, welcome. It's good to see you.
Morning.
I haven't seen you for a while because I've been locked at the State House, and you've been heavy with shoulders. I always say to you, I always worry about you because of all the obligations you have. So tell us about this program.
The program is, we call it CMA, Connected Mentoring Advocacy. We're thankful that it's funded by the Pascal Sykes Foundation, and it is strictly for strengthening the family. Many families are falling through the cracks because they're not low enough income to get public assistance, but they're struggling. They're struggling financially, they're struggling with raising the children, they've lost their jobs many times and struggling to pay a mortgage. And this grant steps in and we become an advocate for them and mentor them to help them along the way to find the resources within the county and counties that's needed to help them out. We've been very successful thus far, and of course we're continuing to look for families and mentors to mentor the families to move forward and to move up to where they need to be.
When people find themselves in these kind of spots, often you become isolated. You don't know who to turn to because the family gets strained. So when you speak about mentoring, it sounds as though the program offers a structure of counseling, so people come in with particular issues.
That's correct. We counsel with them and let them know where they can turn, what resources that are out there available. That's why this foundation, we partnered with 6 other agencies within the county, all of the agencies doing something specific, whether it's child counseling, whether it's budget, preparedness, whether it's job locations, whether it's transportation, whatever it may be that's needed to strengthen that family, that's what we step in and do.
Do you get as involved if there's credit counseling required, if people are being done by creditors? I mean, do you help people in how they should handle themselves and try to coordinate programs and plans to get them better situated?
Yes, we do. There's a lot of credit counseling out there that some is good and some is bad. We try to mentor them and guide them along the way and let them know where they can go, what good agencies are to be used and what they need to do to get them up to the point of self-sustainability.
I mentioned at the top as I was introducing you, this program doesn't require that you be a member of the Second Baptist Church. So how do people get access? How do they find you?
Actually, all they have to do is, it's very simple. They just give us a call. We have a 800 hotline. They can give us a call and we'll take it from there. They don't have to jump through loops. You don't have to be a member of, quote, the church. It's for Gloucester County, period. So all they have to do is really call 877-797-3058, and someone will take care of them. If no one is there to answer the phone, just leave a voicemail, and we will get back to them and move forward.
Of course, you do have room on Sunday for people that may want to come visit.
Yes, we do have room on Sunday for people to come and get strengthened spiritually to move forward.
And by the way, it's a warm place. I've been there on many occasions. If you have a need for this kind of service, Senate President Sweeney is correct when he says often it's speech making. We've got a lot of wonderful programs scattered throughout the state, but finding them can sometimes be complicated. This program that Reverend Frazier is quarterbacking gives you a gateway in. So if you think that you can be beneficiary of this, it's a simple phone call. And these good people will try and help you and get you in the right direction. Stay with us. We're coming right back after this.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Welcome back. With me now is Sergeant Chris Gilchrist. He's been a member of the Paulsboro Police Force going on nearly 16 years. He joins us today. Chief Wachter could not be with us. We had to move our taping to Saturday because of my State House obligations trying to work to sort out the budget. So Chris was kind enough to come over this morning because we wanted to let you see one of the new police cars that has made their way into town. We've been on the program for a number of years where we leased 3 cars at one time, and they last for 3 years and more come. Tell us about this one, Chris. This is pretty sophisticated stuff.
Yeah, it's a 2011 Dodge Charger. This model here, out of the 3, has it's an automated license plate tag reader. Basically, it's fitted with 3 cameras on each side of it, which will scan tags as it goes down the street, parked, coming at them, and going away. Those tags are now logged into a computer, which if the registration is suspended or the driver has warrants, it'll come up on there as a hit.
Now, on these, physically on these cars, as I mentioned, because we visited the municipal garage last time, the police department makes up the largest budget in our municipal operation. And this police force, as I've said many times, is very dedicated. I think highly professional. And you have to have the best equipment. You got to be able to respond. These cars put in a lot of service. Yeah,
in 3 years we'll put over 100,000 miles on them. Then also you got to worry about the hours on the motor, which could even double. So they take a beating. They can run 24 hours a day. During a week, they can run almost all week, depending on if the car goes out of service and another officer has to jump in it. So that they take a beating. But with these new ones now, they have 6 cylinders. They're better on gas. We really haven't had much problems with the 08s, the first set of Dodges we've had. And hopefully these 11s run just as well, and we should be fine.
And they're rear-wheel drive, because I remember that was a discussion.
Yes, they're rear-wheel drive, yes.
No, they look pretty good. I have to think in some cases criminals may not object to being put in them because actually look pretty stylish. Mag wheels and interesting on the light bar. It's a low-profile light bar.
Yeah, it's a new light bar that's put on this one, and we have another one on car 7. They're a little brighter LED lights. They're a lot brighter. Little thinner, so much I guess you can't really detect them being behind you, but they're nice. For us, it's a great safety because they can be seen, and especially for people we're trying to pull over or if we're going to an emergency where we're following up behind somebody and they can actually see us coming. Some people, they're too busy listening to the radio or focus on where they're going. They're not looking around. They may hear a siren, but that siren they maybe think be coming from the front, the back, or the side of them, but when they see those lights, they'll know we're there.
Now, all cars have gotten smaller. We're going to close on this. Officer Gilchrist, Sergeant Gilchrist, pretty big fellow. Is the car big enough?
Oh, yeah, plenty of room. Actually, with the back seats of them now, with the 4s, we had a problem getting someone who's made a little bigger than normal size. We have plastic seats now, which are contoured to the back of the car. Gives us a lot more room to get someone in and out, even multiple people. So it's a lot bigger, believe it or not, even though it doesn't look it.
Well, it's a good-looking car. We've had good success with them. Your tax dollars at work. We thank Sergeant Gilchrist for joining us. We're here at Jack Mazza's Crossrun Auto on Broad Street. Jack's with us now. We have, over the years with this program, we like to visit local businesses to let people know what local businesses are offering, because when you spend money close to home, that money tends to circulate closer to home. And Jack, you've been here quite a few years.
John, I've been down here since 1978.
My goodness, I was just out of high school.
And I think I sold you a green station wagon at the time.
I hope I made that. It was my brother. Did they make the payments?
Yes, he did. In fact, Dad paid for it.
That sounds about right. Jack, you offer a variety of things, as I mentioned at the top of the show. So give us a sense of it.
Well, we start out with we do complete repairs on just about any vehicle out there. We do foreign cars. We do American cars. I'm fortunate that I have 2 highly skilled technicians here, and we're able to diagnose a lot of problems that come up. In fact, I have the one gentleman there that's walking across the, it's Marc Kamp, Jr., and
Come on in, Mark.
He has a piece of equipment here that we use to diagnose a lot of problems on cars. It's a very expensive piece of equipment, and you have to have that stuff if you're going to be able to fix the cars. Without it, you just can't fix them.
So Mark, that plugs in?
That plugs right into the car's computer. You can do ABS, and pretty much figure out anything on the car with it. So
it just seems so simple. So
Well, it's simple because all it does is lead you to the problem, and then you have to determine what the problem is. We just had one yesterday where we had a broken vacuum line, and the vacuum line is about a 64th of an inch in size, and it was behind the engine. And with this, we were able to test all of the pieces of equipment that were involved in that, find the problem, and fix it. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to fix it.
It's a long way from Dutch Kralis and Jake Janich in the garage down in Billingsport, hammering away at old flathead V8 Fords.
Yeah. Well, we also, we have the car rentals back again. We were out of that for about a year, and then we decided to take that back on. And that's a big help to the community, because a lot of these people, there's, you know, the grocery stores are too far away for them to walk, and, you know, we have people that want to go visit on the weekends, especially. They want to go to a family barbecue or something, and they can't get there. And so we're able to afford them a car that they can go and do whatever they want to do. All we ask them to do is bring the car back in halfway decent condition.
Bringing it back is key to that rental agreement. And you'd be surprised when you need a car, because I've had to get a car on a couple occasions. Things break down, or just things happen. Give us a sense of the cost to rent, Jack, because that's a service that it's important.
Well, it starts out with it's $42 a day. Then there's a $5 Homeland Security fee.
You have to have that.
Yeah. And then there's your sales tax. So it comes out to $50 a day. If they rent it on a weekly basis, it's $250.
And miles charged?
No, I don't charge them miles. I just let them go. I mean, the average person on a weekend is going to do about 250 miles. On a week, they'll do 600 miles, and we just let that go. We have the car sales. We do that in conjunction with Bill Pine. We lost Bill Sr. a few years ago, and, of course, with his wife still active at 85, she decided to continue on with the car sales, and I pretty much take care of that for him, and young Bill comes around and collects the money. So
the Pines are good people and just good family people, and the used car business has changed because there's a demand for used cars. We had the cash for clunkers. A lot of cars went away.
The cash for clunkers was good to an extent, but the cash for clunkers destroyed a lot of good cars. Yeah, V8 engines that you could put in a car that's all it needed was an engine, they're gone. Now you're having to pay an absorbent amount of money for that engine, which then takes the car out of being affordably fixed, and you now have to go out and buy another car.
And good, well-intended, and but it had ramifications.
Yes, it did.
Now as we close this segment out, family's a big part of things. Who do we have with us?
We have here.
Who's this guy here?
Well, first off, this is Sean Crick, and this is my grandson. He lives with us, and he's my helper. Sean is very knowledgeable on answering the telephone. He can take money, he can write receipts, and he does a very good job for us.
Handling cash is important. Now, who's that?
Now, this is the world's edition. This is Evan Tyler Podolsky, which is my 9th grandchild, and he is in this picture. He's about a month old.
Yeah, you're doing good, Jack. You're doing good. And hours of operation, we forgot that.
Well, I'm here from 8 o'clock in the morning until 5 at night. During the week, on Saturday, we're here from 8 to 2.
And credit cards?
We take all credit cards.
Very good. If you ever need to have a car serviced, if you need to rent a car, if you're looking to buy a second car, buy a first car, stop by and see Jack and stop by and see the Pines. If they don't have it on the lot, they'll find it for you, and they'll fix you up if you need repair. I've had a lot of good personal experience here, and people I know have been very pleased. Take advantage of it. It's right around the corner. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
When Hurricane Katrina came through, we lost everything. We lost our business. Our Trusted Choice insurance agent took care of us in the worst possible time in anybody's lives. The good times are rolling again. Had it not been for our Trusted Choice agent, I promise you we would not be here today.
Trusted Choice independent insurance agents offer coverage from a choice of companies and pledge to be there for you when disaster strikes your home or business.
Spartan Planning, your local Trusted Choice agency. Call 423-4561.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Alan C. McBride, Beth McBride Foley, and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice, think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like True Test paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice, think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
Welcome back. It's time for an update from Marc Kamp for our plans for this year's 4th of July parade. I think it's one of the best in the county, especially the accommodations we have at the high school with grandstand seating, a reviewing stand, singing of the national anthem, and all along the parade route, which starts at the plaza and makes its way to Delaware Street. There are parking lots scattered, easy access, and just a lot of fun. So, Marc, thank you. First of all, good to see you, because Marc has had some health problems. Some of the planning got off a little bit to a slow start because health comes first.
Yes, it does. It was like 3 weeks from hell there.
Yeah, but you look good, and you're coming along. So.
Yes, thank you.
And now details?
Okay, parade. The parade will be on Wednesday, the 4th of July. Registration opens at 9 o'clock at the plaza. We kick off at 10. Should be at the high school. The final event should be between 11 and 11:30 at the high school. For Grand Marshal this year, we have Rita Kelly, who was named the Teacher Emeritus for 2012 at the Paulsboro High School Brotherhood Award. She's a longtime community volunteer, planning board, library board, school board, very active in the community. Our national anthem singer this year is Megan Coleman. She's a Paulsboro resident and is a student at Guardian Angel School, and I'm told she has a fantastic voice. We have the Broomall String Band will be with us again, as they have been for many years. We have the South Pacific Island Dancers, which it wouldn't be a parade without them. Elvis should make an appearance, and we're working on a couple other bands that are close to being signed.
And as Marc mentioned, registration starts at 9 o'clock at the plaza. How about Kids on Bicycles?
Kids on Bicycles register that morning at the plaza. They must have an adult with them, and they must have helmets. There's a rule that we haven't enforced that much in the past, but it's got to be done.
There are prizes for the kids?
Yes, we will have the trophies for kids and for floats. We're looking for participants. We have a handful already. More. Like I said, just letters just went out. We're just getting them back, and they're starting to come in at a pretty good pace. Anybody that wants, kids do not pre-register. That's done the day of the parade. Anybody else, if they want to pre-register, it helps us with the lineup. Applications are available in my office at 1202 Delaware Street, and I will have them in the lobby of Borough Hall.
Very good. And for more information, you can call Marc during business hours for the course of the week. You're 423?
423-0673. And also, a big part of the parade is Friends of the Fourth. This is our fundraising arm. The borough doesn't have the funding to handle the whole parade, so we've traditionally asked Friends of the Fourth to make donations to offset the cost. Anybody want $25 more donation gets you listed on the Friends of the Fourth board at the end of the parade. Donations can be sent to Friends of the Fourth at 1211 Delaware Street, Paulsboro.
And we really appreciate those good folks that have come through and help offset the cost of the parade, because, as Marc mentioned, municipal funds are not plentiful. And again, the parade culminates at Paulsboro High School with a reviewing stand. There is grandstand seating. There's plenty of parking. Restrooms are open at the high school. And along the parade route, there are parking lots and lots of opportunities where you can see the parade. So come out and enjoy the parade. It's the middle of the week. We expect a lot of people to be around. It's going to be a lot of fun. Stay with us. Well, actually, no. Fred is telling me we're going to wrap the show up from here because Irma's in France, and we could not hook up a satellite feed to get us her to come on to do community notes, and we certainly miss her. But she's going to be back. She'll be leading the 4th of July parade. Her costume had yet to be announced, but we expect that'll be pretty spectacular, as it already is. So for Bill Crane, our producer, who couldn't be with us, for Fred Buchter behind the camera, and for Irma Stevenson, who's traveling in Europe, as Irma would say, see you on Broad Street, see you at the 4th of July parade, and I'll close the show by simply saying, see you next time.